Well, even though it's almost in the mid-80s today, welcome to the fall sports season underway on Munger Vision on PEGTV Channel 15. We have boys varsity soccer action. Mill River on their home field taking on Bellows Falls, and what's going to be a good, tough matchup for both these teams in this opening day of practice. It is sunny, it is hot, the breeze is a non-factor. Mill River in their white home uniforms, Bellows Falls in their purple. And we'll have a throw-in for Mill River, and Jordan Cole, number 10, asking for the ball. He will be one of the seniors on Kevin Ratty's squad, Coach Kevin Ratty here at Mill River. And I'll do the entire roster for you when I get time and I get a second. I can tell you that we have a couple of junior goalkeepers in there, and that's going to be picked up by Bashan. He will take the dribble, and we'll have our first goal kick. He'll have a punt, and good height, good carry, and the sun will be a factor today. Believe me, as far as looking up for those headers, and the goalie's looking into the sun. That's Bellows Falls, a little pooch right there, and they just get about a 6-yard gain on it, and they fanned on the crossing attempt in Mill River. Big expectations from both these schools. They have a lot of returning players from last year's squads. Both teams last year had a pretty decent season, and looking for it to just get better. You can tell by the sun dots on my camera that the sun is a factor coming right in to the camera window. But again, soccer action. You'll have Mill River girls on at a later date. MSA football coming up, and Jim Shortle's rec football team will be on their way to being seen on Channel 15. That's a nice step up right there defensively, and then the tie up on the far side. We're just underway, 40-minute halves. Overtime if necessary. It's golden goal. You play 2 10-minute overtime periods, and if there's no score at the end of that, then you can have a tie. And we won't get into tournament play like we saw last year at the Loisel tournament, where we have shootouts, and in the playoffs here for Mill River girls, where they have to play all those overtimes and then the shootouts. And there's the kick on the sweeper attempt on the goal kick, and it goes just shy of midfield. It's controlled by Mill River on the far side. They're in those white uniforms, and that's Catrati, number 4, trying to run through the ball, and he was a big plus last year offensively for this Mill River squad. That's going to be knocked down, and again, it's not really been territorial. It's just been kind of a feeling out process, and that ball taken up on a nice through ball, and the goalie Biscay came out and made a very big time play. Now go out of bounds. You see the window jam right there? I can't shoot. I'll wait till we get to throw in. There we go. And then I'll pick it up from that point. Header and goal. What a beautiful serve as they got a little running around opposition in the box, and Bellows Falls will get the game's first goal on a nice cross in front of the went to the left side of the keeper Biscay, and then the header, and I'm just waiting to get that young man's jersey number, if he'll cooperate. Number 10, I believe. And so I will find him, Justin Beebe. So Beebe with the game's first goal, and Bellows Falls 1-0 with 37.5 minutes left to play in the first half. So that goal coming approximately 2.5 minutes into the contest. And that'll roll into the box, and then it'll be dumped back out, and we'll go to the 25-yard line and roll toward the far side, stay in bounds in Bellows Falls. With some territory, some grass here to work with. Had their pass, they tried to go low with it. It was knocked down. So Mill River finding themselves down 1-0. Again, a good matchup for opening day. 2 quality teams like this. This would be like, I'll take football for instance. This would be like UCLA taking on USC in the first game of the year, and that's going to be through the inline. Yes, and it should become Mill River with a throw. And again, I'll pick up the play outside because I can't see around that corner. Even if I lean, I cannot see. There we go. You know what? I just couldn't find a darn ball to begin with. It was taken on a corner, a goal kick off the near corner, and that will be out of bounds. Should be a white throw. And that's Catrati, number 4, that kind of ducked down out of the way of that contact, and the ball will roll toward midfield. And there's the pressure, and a little double dribble, and then off the chest, and wants to trap and reverse. And Beebe, number 10, pretty nifty ball handler. He's got the goal for Bellows Falls for 1-0 first half action. And it's going to take me a little while to kind of get used to all the new names and numbers. That's Biscay. That's Ethan Biscay, number 5, over there on the far side defensively. And boy, you can see right now Mill River again getting scrambled around inside the box area, and just can't get a good foot on the ball with a pass with a purpose. And there's one up and out to Catrati, and Catrati wants to make the move, brought the ball up over the top, little collision, and he will go down, and That was a shot. And he's going to get up a little slow, but it'll become a free kick here on the penalty for Mill River. Number 17 will be Will Everett. Everett will set it up. And you can see just on the offensive side of the midfield stripe, Bellows Falls striking first. BB with the goal on a header. And they'll get it into the box, but, oh, will that become a corner? I do believe we'll have a corner kick. And the official, that's what he's indicating. That went off from a Bellows Falls player. Might have actually gone off from the goalie on that diving attempt. But we'll have the first corner of the game. It'll be Mill River with those white uniforms out there. They'll chase down the ball, and that'll be number 18. Hard to see those bright white jerseys with the sun, but that's Nick Houghton out there. Nick Houghton will serve up the ball. And you can see the flag next to him rather limp. The breeze not a factor, and he will try to get it up high out in front of the net. That's a dandy. Oh, good defense. Tell you, he served that ball up from the corner about just perfectly right there. That was Everett with the touch, and Everett will come back up and take the contact, keep his balance, and again, Mill River wanting to move without the ball. That's Biscay, number 5, that was in the foreground of the play, and there's BB with the settle and the clear, and he'll go over the top, and that's a nice job defensively, just getting in the way of the ball, and then they'll chase it down to center field circle. And they'll let, I'll say, wow, they're going to let that play through. That's another Catrati. That's Tyler Catrati, number 2 out there. So you have Trevor Catrati, number 4, Tyler Catrati, number 2, and we'll have Everett take the kick. And he kept it low and got it in deep, not into the box, but there's a little outlet pass on this side. It's saved, and no, it was not. Nicked the line, and that's off from Jordan Cole. And we will have a throw-in by Bellows Falls. You see the official right there indicating where he wants him to be. And there's the throw. Yeah, they're very fussy about where you set up. Bellows Falls in those very traditional, very familiar purple uniforms. You're watching PEGTV Channel 15. Public Access Sports, Munger Vision. Jerry Munger bringing you this opening soccer matchup. Got some MSJ soccer coming up also at a later date to be seen on Channel 15. I have on my schedule, which it's a hit or miss, the schedules I get. But looking for girls action, Pulteney and MSJ. And then next week here, I'll be back at Mill River, and we will pick up with the Mill River girls squad in their season opener. And that should be a white throw. I believe went out from Bellows Falls, and I believe I was wrong. So it'll become Bellows Falls with a throw, and number 3 right there to take the throw in is Riley Clark, and he will lob it down into the box, and Biscay will pick it up. And that, of course, the goalie's Austin Biscay. Ethan, his brother, plays out in the field, and that is a booming punt by Biscay. That's an excellent kick. And then just that little touch on the ball was enough to squeeze it past the first defender. And Bellows Falls, about a 10-yard kick there. And again, no real flow to the game. The goal came right when we were talking about, I was talking about really no domination, no territorial play. There's the turn, and now they want to send it down into the corner, and they'll drop it down on that far side. Do they have the speed to get there? No, it'll go out of bounds before Bellows Falls can corral that in. And you can see for Mill River, number 9, that's Z-Finn, or Z-Fresh, as they told me to call him up, as that was what he was called up by the UVM coaches. And again, these teams, this is a year-round thing, soccer. It's going to go right into Biscay, and he'll have a good line of vision on it, make the save, and step into the punt. And that might hook out of bounds on him. It's got a slice to it, and you know, they got a good break right there. It'll go off from Bellows Falls, and Catrati quickly got it into play. And Catrati was one of those guys that was a real juggernaut last year, and getting this team up and going when things are going flat. That's just missed kick, and it'll go out of bounds far side. That went off from Everett, number 17. Bellows Falls with a easy time of getting the ball back into play. And you can see the bump there applied by number 12, Brian Cole. So Brian Cole, number 12 out there. And again, for Mill River, I will read their roster either at the end of the half or at the start of the second half, but I will get the roster out there for you. Or when I get the goal here, too. Oh, that's over the top, looking for the speed, and the goalie, Bashar, comes out and just does beat the oncoming offensive player for Mill River. Well, again, there's nothing like white uniforms and a brilliant sunshine to try to pick up the numbers real quick. Well, Cole using his strength, might get a call for the push. Or did the ball go out of bounds? It'll be Mill River's ball. It was a foul on Bellows Falls. Kevin Ratty, the head coach at Mill River, is building himself quite a good program here. Like I said, I believe they were 10-6 last year and had a home playoff game, had a playoff win. You see Everett in that midfield area, but I tell you, it is about skill and coaching and all that stuff. But in this early season action, when you're in the 80s and 90s with the temperature, it's about who had the best conditioning in their preseason camps, I think. And that's a foul and a free kick coming up. You can see it's right on the edge of the center field circle, and they want to put a little touch on it, let his teammate gets to it, and that's going to be headed up and to the edge of the box. Takes a Bellows Falls bounce. They want to send it back. They want to go across, and that's going to be knocked out of bounds. Yeah, that was a quick throw to get it in. Again, I can't shoot that corner, and they're going to send it all the way across. That time it was into the hands of Biscay. They had it marked up pretty well, but Bellows Falls still able to get a shot on net. Yeah, he's on the sideline there talking about getting some help for him as Catrati was all alone back there. And Cole got a lot of foot underneath it, drove it a mile into the air. That's Everett, and he got taken down, and that's going to be a whistle on. He has his hands up in the air, and he'll get the satisfaction of being fouled, and he'll have the free kick coming up. Well, I'm assuming it'll be a free kick. Yeah, it's going to be Mill River ball. We have 29 minutes even to play. We played 11 minutes of soccer here in the first half. Bellows Falls scoring approximately 2.5 minutes into the first half. Beebe with the goal, and that's really going to be picked up by Bashad. You can see him getting a little more pressure now. They had a couple different white shirts down inside the box. Beebe with a few dribbles before he takes the punt, and left footer. That's just plucked right out of midair and sent down, and then Mill River wants to reverse the field. And again, other than the goal, it's by Bellows Falls, it really has just been pretty much a standoff game, and that's going to be a nice move by Catrati. Makes another nice move, get to the outside of the box, brings it back to the center. The setup, oh, and he hooked it. Or was he trying to make one pass too many? But he had a chance at a shot, and that's going to be, that's off Bellows Falls, definitely. This will become Jordan Cole taking the throw, number 10 for Mill River. But Brian Cole able to work his way in off that nice pass from Catrati, but never generated a shot. So Mill River with the throw, and this is Jordan Cole, number 10, and he will step into it. And that looks like we're going to have another throw, yeah, by Mill River. He'll get a good start, and this time it's a good heave into the box, and it'll come up to the arc and outside to the circle through midfield, and nice step up. I believe it was Everett that came up that time and got the ball down to Cole. He had a nice little pass off the back of the foot. Will he be able to get the hook across? No, he just went wide of the post. Oh, man, he had nobody coming in. That was Catrati, but he just pulled that, probably 8 to 9 inches wide of the post. That was pretty sweet. So Mill River is also going to get a corner out of this. That was a deflection from a Bellows Falls defender with 27:15 to go. Mill River will line it up, and they'll send number 18, Nick Houghton, all the way over to serve the ball. Now, they've had one corner earlier, and you see Houghton over there, and he did a good job on the touch he got on the ball on his first serve. See if he can do that same thing here, get the ball out in front of the net toward the top of the box, get some height underneath it, let somebody get one of those big bodies on it. And that was flat, and that was easy to defend, and they'll knock it up and out this time to the 25 to the 30, and be picked up by Mill River. A little bump and grinding from behind, no whistle, good, no call there, and then a step up defensively, and then a circle back around, and Bellows Falls able to find a seam to midfield. That will roll to the edge of the circle, and again, Mill River starting to pick up the intensity. Oh, they were trying to get that ball knocked through, and it got knocked down by a defender. And it's hard to carry a ball end to end against quality teams, and both these teams are good teams, and you're going to have to link up a couple passes before you get the break in, or you're going to have to go over the top and use your speed like they tried to do with Catrati earlier. And boy, Catrati just got leveled. Oh, I don't know how that's not a card, honestly. Yeah, that, I mean, the fans are calling for it. I know I'm a Mill River fan, but Catrati will be very lucky if he didn't get a concussion or a whiplash out of that. That was just a football shoulder tackle, American football. And I'm looking, yeah, there it is. For what it's worth, it's a card, but the damage to me is done. I don't understand soccer that well, and oh yeah, he's going to need some help. He got a whiplash effect like you would see with a concussion, and that's a big injury if Catrati unable to. Last thing you should do is get up in the heat with a head injury, a neck injury. You should keep him down, because that's how you get nauseated. But enough playing Dr. Munger on air. We'll come back after the fade, and hopefully he will be okay, and we'll see him later in the game. It's a hot, humid day. Catrati, number 4, able to get up after quite a lengthy stay on the ground. It's not really like you have a shoulder injury or a rib hurts. It's you're lightheaded from the contact and the heat. And again, we'll see how long he is out, but it'll become a Mill River kick. So I said, I'm not really a soccer purist. Never played it, never coached it. Just taped a lot of it in 12 years. The card, yeah, okay, the kid got a card, but the damage done. I mean, it's not like he gets another chance to come back in the ball game and get another card, but that's going to be sent down and wide of the box. We'll have a goal kick coming up now for Bashaw, the goalie for Bellows Falls. And should tell you, number 2 is Tyler Catrati, number 3 is Webster, number 4 is Trevor Catrati, Ethan Biscay's 5, Dan Hammond 6, Alex Bullock 7. This is Mill River. Number 8 is Stephen Rooney. Z Finn is number 9, and I'll pick up with Jordan Cole at number 10 after we get another little break in the action. So with a 1-0 Bellows Falls lead, there's the boot, and they'll get it on the bounce to midfield. We have a push from behind, yeah, and we'll have Bellows Falls now get the free kick, and it should come just shy of midfield is where I saw the infraction take place. Again, coming up at later dates on Munger Vision, Channel 15, Public Access Sports, you will see MSJ soccer, Mill River girls soccer, some more Mill River boys soccer, MSJ football back on Munger Vision this year. And that's going to come into Biscay. They needed a little bit more height on that to give that Bellows Falls backline player a chance to get up underneath the ball and bring it up and out. And this is number 7, Alex Bullock, and he had the touch. He was looking to come back to number 14, which was Matt Hall, and just overlet him, and that ball's going to be legged out of the air. And Cole now, Jordan Cole will chase around and see him keep just enough distance so he doesn't get too close to get burned. And Cole with the touch will lay the ball on the side, and that'll open the field up for a little boomer of a kick, and it'll go down 20 yards inside the circle. And I tell you, that's some good tough play by Bellows Falls right there. That's a tough man to get off from the ball, and now they'll just strike it long, and it'll be well out of bounds, and we should have the free throw, the throw on the far side coming up for Bellows Falls. And that is what we have. And Brian Cole there defensively with a little nudge from behind trying to dislodge the ball, and he's going to get the whistle. Nice aggressive play, just a tad bit too aggressive, and he will be called for the violation, and that'll lead to a kick for Bellows Falls as we're nearing the 23:54 mark left to play in the first half. The only goal scored by Bellows Falls, Beebe, number 10 out there, Justin Beebe. And he got it on a beautiful header served up from the left side of the goal. Jordan Cole trying to make a nifty move there. Forgot to bring the ball with him, and you can see the contact behind the play. And Biscay will scoop it up. It was number 14, Matt Hall, back there with the contact for Mill River. And again, this is a league matchup too. This is a league contest, and that's going to be high. And there's the bounce from Mill River. There's the athleticism to get up and get it. Everett will put the brakes on, wants to bring it back inside, and I got to have a whistle, and it's inside the box. And this is going to be a great scoring opportunity right here for Mill River. Yeah, and here we go. It's a PK coming up, and it was a good call. As it was just, again, there's contact, and then there's just ridiculously blatant, full-out, hammering to the ground contact. That was WWF stuff. So a chance to tie the game. Will Everett with a penalty kick coming up. Bashaw in net, and I think I tell you, that's a big net for a goalie to cover. And we are tied at 1. So on the physical play that's been picking up the intensity, Mill River able to get not only a card on Bellows Falls a few minutes ago, but they're able to get a PK on it, and they'll drive it home. Everett with the score, and it'll become 1-1 now. And Mill River tying this thing up with 23:03 left on the clock. So let's round it off and say it came at 17 minutes. Or if you really are really fussy, we can go 16:57. So now, again, in the last several minutes, Mill River's plays really picked up, and I'll see if that goal will even add more momentum to the home team here. The Minutemen in the white uniforms, coached by Kevin Ratty. And Kevin did a promo show for the Rutland County Soccer League's Memorial Day jamboree, the big bash at the polo field. You had, well, of course, Randy Chadburn was there, the varsity girls coach, but a lot of fun. And Kevin, a pretty, I don't want to say a loose guy, but a pretty good sense of humor guy. But he loves his soccer, and he wants them to play hard for a couple hours, and then they can go back to enjoying. Let the intensity down, but we're on the field, be intense for 2 hours. That's at midfield, and off the left foot, the ball headed right back over midfield, controlled by Mill River. They're trying to make the move up and around, and can't quite do a pretty nifty move there by Bellows Falls, even though there was nobody near him to make that move. And Matt Hall came up, contested the ball, and we'll have a little break here as they have subs coming in, and we'll have a throw taking place by number 18 out there, and that's Trevor Fuller for Bellows Falls. Again, Purple Terriers, obviously in the purple uniforms, but we're in those pretty snazzy looking white uniforms. Yep, we're looking into the sun. That's why you got the sunspots, and there's not a darn thing I can do about it. That's Webster with the ball, and he was able to get it up to his teammate. He controlled it on some pretty good body language. There's over the top and just missed, clicking as they were going long, and I believe that's Everett again, number 17, who they were looking for. It is Will Everett. That's a great kick on the punt right there. And then a little shank job, but it's going to get the job done. It's on a nice bounce. It'll come to Mill River. It'll stay into play. Coming back to meet the ball is Brian Cole, number 12. He'll take a little bump, got a toe on it to slow the pass down, and then there it is. They'll sneak the ball through. And on the left foot, nice pass. Received, trap, reverse, sent to the corner. They want to cross the ball now to the inline, and stays in play, and everybody looking for a whistle. And that was a good no call right there. That was just two players going hard for the ball, and they both got there. It's going to be up and just on the outside of the net. Oh man, he almost hooked that thing in there. You got a good sized goalie in there, and Austin Busquet. I mean, if I had to guess, I've stood next to Austin. He's got to be 6'2". He fills the net up. Okay, that looks like Houghton up there. Number 18. Get hard to see those numbers in the brilliant sun with those white uniforms. Gotta get some dirt on them, so that way he'll be able to see the jersey numbers a little better. And that's Webster with a little reversal, takes the bump. Webster gets the ball right back off the Bellows Falls duo that was on him. He's looking to send it through and use that speed. Catrati back in the ball game, and he got hammered again. Got a push-off called. So Catrati, and I've heard from the coaches, I mean, I've watched Catrati play anyways, but a very physical player himself, sometimes over-sacrificing his body. That's why he opens himself up to quite a few injuries, but that's twice now he's been down on his hard turf, and this time it'll be Everett again, I believe, as they might have a play on here where Everett will run through, get the first touch, and he'll let Cole take the kick. But we'll have to see what's up Coach Kevin Ratty's sleeves, but a chance to take the lead. There's the best shot in soccer. How'd you like to be on that front line? As they get set for this direct kick, and with 20:14 to go and the clock running, so they get everybody set now. Again, Everett 17. Looks like he is going to take the kick, but Cole out there talking with number 10. This could be a sneaky little thing here, which means when the referee, they got to be back at least 10 yards from the ball, the Bellows Falls defenders. Yeah, and they wanted to go inside, and boy, they did work it down inside the goal box, the goalie's box, and nice backup, good positioning on the field, and that was Bullock, number 7, and he got taken off the ball, and Bellows Falls able to survive that direct kick. Now go up over the top, and they'll land in a circle on the defensive side for Bellows Falls. With a head of steam, though, they're able to get up and over, and oh, great play. I just need a number. Oh, somebody picked his pocket on a kick, and he came up empty. Bellows Falls unable to get control of it, and that little slide kick will come to Catrati. He'll turn the circle. He wants to split the defense, leaves the ball on that far left side, and picked up by Bellows Falls. The Terriers scored first, had a 1-0 lead 2.5 minutes into this first half of play, and then Mill River able to get a penalty called inside the box, and Everett able to drive the PK home. That'll be to the far side, and tell you, both teams really playing. You would never know this was the first game of the season. No, it wasn't a handball. Somebody called that. Yeah. One of the wannabe referees and the fans called that, but that was, and right there, that's going to be called, yeah. Once you get a guy in the air and you make contact from behind, usually a good ref will always give you that call because you have to protect your players. Out there, so we're down to 18:59 to go in a 1-1 first half of play. And we'll just decide on who's going to take the kick. Oh, they'll soft serve it. Gets the bounce, the header. Far side. That's Biscay, number 5. That was Ethan Biscay, number 5. Austin's the goalie. They are brothers. And that's number 18, Houghton, out there. Or is that 10? That's Jordan. I'm sorry. It's Cole, number 10, out there. Again, not only is it tough to pick up the jersey numbers on those bright white uniforms. If it was a cloudy day, it'd be much easier. But the fact I'm just getting old and getting bad vision, I gotta be honest with you, that doesn't help me any. And on that far side of Mill River's home field, again, game time temperature in the mid 80s, very slight breeze blowing. And you're able to. Bellows Falls has not been in a real good attack mode in quite a while. Now they've had some shots like that on net, or a couple easy saves by Biscay, but other than getting in real high quality shots, they've been controlled by Mill River, who's been able to take the ball down in the offensive end. And they have to retrieve the ball. That's what we're waiting for right now. And here comes Austin Biscay. He'll set it up for a goal kick on that far side, and that is going to be Hammond, number 6, I believe. Yeah, it's Dan. Dan Hammond, number 6, will set it up, and it was a low liner. I don't know if he meant to do that. He did get it to a teammate and went backwards to go forwards, took a bad bounce over the foot. Now they're going to go even more backwards, and I'm not sure I understand that. And I'm just waiting for the ball to reappear because, yeah, it's going to become a chance for Bellows Falls. Again, that was kind of a wrong direction to bring the play, and I can't see over in that corner. I'm trying to, there we go. If I lean out the window, it's okay. I just don't want to fall. It is a corner kick. And Biscay really not well executed. Not a lot of support on the kick coming in. And Biscay able to get the ball up and out of play real quick as they break over midfield. And oh, that'll squirt forward, and Everett onside. He'll get the shot, and a great save. The rebound to left foot, and oh, somebody came back from Bellows Falls, got enough of it to not let the power of the leg drive the ball through the net. What a great play both ways by Mill River to set the offense up, and by Bellows Falls to get back there and recover defensively. Good soccer action here in the first soccer game of the season at Mill River, as it's Bellows Falls and Mill River on Munger Vision. Catrati out there, number 4, Trevor Catrati. And what we had was a sub coming to the game. That's why we had a little break in the action. And that's a good heave. Finds some open turf, chested up in the air, knee down, trap, sent, kicked in, too weak, and Bashav will pick it up with no problem. So a lot of first half stuff going on here with 16 minutes to go. We played 24 minutes of soccer, and we've got a 1-1 deadlock. A good punt. Both these goalies have kicked the ball extremely well. Now, they've done it on punts. We've yet to see them kick off the ground because, oh, and see that right there? That's what I was talking about. There's physical play, and then there's reckless play, and that was definitely reckless play. I mean, it looked cool, but it's a good way to get hurt, or a flag, or we call them card, and very slow to get up. I think that's Ethan Biscay, but yeah, I caught him in the lower portion of the body near the hip flexor. And then Bellows Falls will be assessed the infraction. It'll become another kick here for Mill River. Get not a bad spot on the field. They get some air underneath it. He wants to loft it up and in, and yeah, it's going to roll through. We'll have a goal kick coming up for Bellows Falls. And I'll tell you one thing I found is I found a fan. It kind of blows air on you, not somebody who thinks you do a good job. And I tell you what a nice thing it is on this hot day, being out in the sunshine, to have a fan blowing on me in the camera. And I got my first injury of the soccer season. I was moving some wooden boxes around up here, and I got one of the nastiest slivers all the way underneath my fingernail. And oh, this is looking good. And oh, robbed him short side. There was space there. And Catrati with a good touch on the ball. But Bashai able to really position himself well and follow that whole play across. Fenn called off, and then the ball just sent back up in the air. And one thing right now, Bellows Falls is giving Mill River a lot of time and space to either trap the ball and make a soccer move, or to head it forward and keep the momentum going for it. That's going to be a handball. It's inadvertent, but still a handball, as it was played off from the Bellows Falls player, Danny Mustafa. And I'm just looking who's going to take the kick here. Hammond will line himself up. There's Dan. Yeah, I did the Red Thunder U13 baseball all-star team, and Ryan Hammond, his younger brother, very athletic young man, also got on Munger Vision this summer. Actually, was on a Sports Beat show. Oh, look at that battle. That's a great battle. And boy, you win a 50-50 ball like that, or just a straight takeaway. Jordan Cole, going to the left foot, finding that open spot. Too much juice on it. Jordan's a big stud, and he put a little too much muscle on it, and that'll roll out of bounds. We'll have a goal kick coming up from Bellows Falls. I left off 10 is Jordan Cole. Number 11 is Nick Baker. Brian Cole, 12. Matt Hall, 14. Jamie Smith, 16. Will Everett, 17. Nick Houghton, number 18. 19, Matt Denon. Zach Davis, 20. And 21, Nate Raymond. So that's where we're at on the roster, and I shall read it again to you at the start of the second half, or maybe at halftime. Oh, nice chance. They got up, got their balance, and look at the balance by Catrati. He'll center the ball. Oh, he had a couple people there, rode through him. That stays in the box. Whoever got there late stays outside the box. They'll just pooch it up and in, and that's going to come back to the arc. And again, good sustained pressure, and that's going to be Bullock, and he'll get a little collision there, and he'll get knocked off from the ball. Those come up to midfield, and there's a header once. There's a trap off the knee, and it goes back to go forward. And but I tell you, River was good, sustained pressure. It's Hammond, number 6, was trying to control the ball through the circle, couldn't quite do it. Houghton there, number 18, he'll step up and he'll go shoulder to shoulder, trade some paint, and kick the ball up to midfield. Mill River fell behind early, 1-0, 2.5 minutes into the contest, but they have played extremely well since. And that time Catrati went down and didn't get the benefit of the doubt. Might have taken a dive, and Jordan Cole up and over and out play. Yeah, and 11:54 to go. And we'll have a little break in the action as they'll bring some subs on the field. And you should see a lot more subs today because it's a very warm day. Like I said, soccer skill and speed and the physicality and all that stuff still comes into play. But when you get these early soccer matches and it's in the 80s, it really is who did the most conditioning in the preseason camps and the scrimmages in that 2 weeks you have leading up to this season opener. And you see Finn run by the ball, and it's going to be settled back down. Mill River's done a good job of keeping the ball down in this offensive end, too. Their goalie, Busquets, made some saves, but he really hasn't been tested full out crazy yet. That's going to be down, and boy, they let that come down and settle. Nobody pressured the ball, and back into the box, and there, Bashar said, I've had enough for that. 19, Matt Denon was down there doing a lot of damage for Mill River. 1-1 in the first half. Varsity soccer action, boys varsity soccer action from Mill River on PEGTV Channel 15. The website, of course, is PEGTV.com. It's Bullock now. Alex Bullock was able to circle it around, and they're looking for Denon right there. And they want to send it. Went by him. They weren't looking for him at all, and they're going to get down in the corner. And Catrati able to bring it around. There's a set. Handball not whistled. Wow. Well, I got to tell you, that certainly did look like a handball. And that was in the box, and Bellows Falls got a big break right there that was not called. Look at the pressure on the ball right there. That's just good physical sticking with it work. Oh, look at that nifty little 9-iron he brought out on his left foot. And that is going to be in play. And boy, Mill River just controlling the ball so well here since they gave up the goal to Bellows Falls. And that was number 14 from over, Matt Hall out there, who was doing some decent work. Bellows Falls. See, there's the support on the ball. About to say that was some nice soccer moves, but there was nobody there to support him on the ball, and that's something Mill River's done very well, has been to have several bodies in different ways. They're trying to go up over the top, and takes a Mill River bounce. Catrati will send it out with the left foot, and the kick will. Now, this could become a corner. It is a corner for Mill River. So you see what a little hard work will get you. They just kept bumping and grinding and getting the ball deeper in, and it wasn't pretty, but they got it in there, and next thing you know, they got a corner kick out of this deal. And that's happening now as we've gone down to 9 minutes to go in the first half of play. Again, the wind right now, not really a factor at all. Very still wind, very calm flag right there. And boy, Biscay able to make a nifty move, and it's laying out there, and they just couldn't drive it. Another corner coming up from over. Again, they're just quicker to the ball. They're winning those 50-50 balls, and they're just getting there quicker, out hustling them. Dinnan was in there, and I believe that was Catrati in there and Biscay in there, and now we're going to have a corner kick coming off this near side, and they're just bringing the ball over. And Bellows Falls able to make a change as we have, well, you can almost see him there as Nick Houghton coming out, number 18. And again, not a good placement that time. He served up a couple good ones. That one was too far flat, too far forward. And that's blocked once, twice, and then Bullock able to get a piece of it, and they just keep tying the ball up down this end. Bellows Falls, far side, wants to settle and send. They'll bring the ball back and get the left foot on it, and a line drive kick, and control it midfield. Nice little dump out pass. Bullock will be there, though, and he'll just push it on a little lift like a 9-iron or a pitching wedge and send it about 10 yards deeper in. Oh, nice step up, good pressure on the ball. Nice pick right there. And look at that. That's just going after it and wanting it. It's a 1-1 game in Bellows Falls. On the road, he's got a breakout. They're on sides. He's going to bring the ball across. Oh, he had somebody coming in hard. That's a great setup. And they were just inches from taking lead. So you can be dominated like they have been for the last 10, 12, 13 minutes. I'm talking about Bellows Falls. Now he needs that one clean break up the field, one nice pass, and boom, you're right back in the lead. And all that happening with 7:20 to go. So we will have a kick coming up, a goal kick coming up for the Minutemen. And that's going to be knocked down at the edge of the circle. Never got up to midfield. And Bellows Falls having to play with a shorter field. A nice step up by Z. And Z with his own fan club here. You can hear them all cheering him on. To Catrati once. Catrati, oh, he got it ahead. He's got a 2-on-1 if he can get there. He's going to use that speed, pull away, get pulled down in the box, and no whistle. Oh, boy. Looked like a lot of hand contact in the box, and no whistle this time. Like I said, a lot of times, if you flop around and take dives, you won't get the right call later in the game. Well, you can see Webster go over number 3 and pressure the ball. That's going to come down, and nice step up by Z. It's a good bounce for Bellows Falls. Comes right back to the Terriers, and they're going to send the ball down in a corner, and you can see Hammond has time and space, and he gets it to, no, Everett was out of bounds. Ball was out of bounds. Everett just ran up to it, and that'll be a throw-in for Bellows Falls on the far side of the field here at Mill River. Again, it's a warm, muggy day here, and we'll see what the second half brings for as far as who's got gas left in their tank. Got a 1-1 game. Bellows Falls scoring first. We're tying up on a PK, and I tell you, it's not being played like a first game of the season. This has got some real good flow to it. It's got some intensity to it, and just been a good soccer game. Z settled and then drove it up the midfield. Nothing but purple there, and it'll be sent back over the top. That might have a little bit too much leg in it, and that is going to be bobbled by Biscay as Austin far enough out of the net so it did not go through his hands through the goal line. Another great punt by Austin Biscay. And they let that go through. That was kind of a dangerous play, and that's Dinnan who slid and got a piece of it, and that's going to take a great Mill River bounce right from the head to Catrati. Catrati with a fake, a start, and then he's got that quick acceleration. He's got his foot open and just wide again. I'll tell you what, he's got a tremendous first step. When he does that, puts the brakes on, move, and then blows by, then turns it back up and goes by the defender, he's got tremendous acceleration. It's a corner kick, and Mill River's got to realize this as they're all heading down to midfield, but they got to get over there and get the corner kick set. 4:50 and counting in a 1-1 first half. Again, PEGTV, easy enough to reach. You can get to the website at PEGTV.com. You can call them at 747-0151, or you can go right down to Building 24 in the House Center and go in and see them. You can see BB step up, broke the play up, goes past Everett. BB with the speed, but he got turned in the corner and lost control of it. Mill River will have the throw over in front of the Bellows Falls bench area. And that will be taken by Jordan Cole, number 10. Right now, everybody looking pretty fresh on the field for both sides, to tell you the truth. It's a hot, humid one. It's early season soccer. Yeah, the first 2 or 3 games, sometimes 4, are played in balmy conditions. Me personally, oh, give me that 40, 50 degree weather. That header just wide. Oh yeah, he was in a good position. And again, see how they've condensed and crunched down the box? They've gotten so much penetration and territorial control inside the box that, you know, that closes the gapping up and gives you a good chance at those headers. We'll have Bashan take the kick here with 3:30 to go in the first half. Very spirited opening game here for both sides. Bellows Falls came out, got that first goal, and was looking pretty good. And then Mill River woke up. Got the game going. High expectations for both teams. I believe, and I could be wrong, Webster a little tangled up there, able to run over the top of the Bellows Falls defender, but I believe Bellows Falls with 15 returning players off last year's varsity squad. And Mill River, I believe Kevin told me, Coach Ratty told me 12. So 2 very experienced teams out there on the field today getting after it. And it will be, looks like Z over there with the throw. He's over in the shadows, and here he is, yeah. And that'll be settled down, Bellows Falls. What would be a killer for either side now that ball went out of bounds while the throw by Mill River, right near their bench area, between midfield and the bench area. What would be a killer, I started to say, for both these teams would be to be 1-1, battling back and forth, and we're getting down inside the 2-minute mark of the first half, would be to give up a late first half goal. I think it would do more damage for Bellows Falls than it would do for Mill River. You know, Mill River's had much more dominance here, time-wise, dominating than Bellows Falls, but that's going to be out of play, and Z number 9 will hustle over there, Z Finn, and get the ball, and we'll get going. Mill River. Roster, I'll read it. I'll let them go over to they go over to the Minuteman kickboard sign, which makes for a good backdrop. I'll let them get set up, and then I shall read the roster again to you. Now, again, it takes me a while to kind of get the roster down. People change, you know, underclassmen come up, they have new numbers, seniors graduate, people take their numbers. This is Webster with the ball. And Webster, far side, nice little touch on the ball. They want to turn and spin in. The defender right there didn't buy the fake, stayed in front of the ball. That's going to be stepped up, kicked, and again, Bellows Falls stepping up nicely and challenging here late in the first half. They have weathered quite a few good scoring chances by Mill River, in particular against Catrati. He's missed just wide on that post a couple times, and here's a good head of steam by Bellows Falls. Nice defense by Z, and then that shot will get just wide. Oh, and that was so close to being a late goal with a minute even to go in the first half of play. And yeah, we're gonna have our, no, I thought we would have our first kick off the ground from the goalie, Biscay, but he's gonna go over to his far side, and that will be, well, I can't make his number out, is that awful? I think that was Brian Cole, but my digital zoom went off on me at that moment in time. And that's gonna go far side. This is Catrati. Catrati with the settle. Catrati lets the defenders go by, lays a little pass back to Everett. He'll send it through the center, and well, just enough toe on it to get it out of the box between the center circle and the top of the arc, and it's going to roll toward the sideline while the throw by Mill River with 19 seconds to go, and it's going to be Hall with the throw, number 14. Off the chest to the knee, and he wants to bring the ball back, go forwards, and they did, but time running down here, and right now Bellows Falls is going to be awful happy being a tie with the first half where Mill River's played extremely well. It's 1-1, as we'll hear the horn sound in just a second, and that's going to be the first half of play. Everett with the goal. Will Everett with the goal for Mill River on a penalty kick, and then the goal coming for Bellows Falls off the foot of Justin Beebe, and I will let the Minutemen get in position. I'll come back up and read the roster to you. Minuteman sign I talk about, but they elected to go a little bit over to their left and get in the shade. And I don't blame them on a warm day like this. In a 1-1 game, that Mill River roster has number 22, Austin Biscay, the goalkeeper. Tyler Catrati's number 2, Trevor Catrati, number 4, Ethan Biscay's 5, Dan Hammond 6. Alex Bullock is number 7. Stephen Rooney, number 8. Z Finn is number 9. Jordan Cole, 10. Nick Baker, 11. Brian Cole, number 12. Matt Holler is 14. Jamie Smith is number 16. Will Everett, who's got the goal for Mill River, is number 17. Nick Houghton is number 18. Matt Dinnan is number 19. Zach Davis, 20. And number 21, Nate Raymond. And you have it. And after halftime, we'll be back up with the opening possession and get the second half underway in a 1-1 game. And it'll be Bellows Falls with the opening touch here, opening possession of the second half of play. And Bellows Falls, like I said, got off to a good start, got the 1-0 lead, 2.5 minutes into the contest. Mill River really settled down and started to play a very strong game as far as keeping the ball away from the Bellows Falls offensive end, keeping it down in, keeping the pressure on the Bellows Falls goalie, who is Brian Bashaw out there. They've got some good scoring chances. They did get a goal. They generated some corners, and we will see what the second half will bring. It's 40-minute halves, overtime if necessary. It's golden goal, a 10-minute overtime period, going one direction. If nobody scores, they'll turn around and go 10 minutes the other way. And first goal wins, basically. Hopefully we won't get to that on the opening day. Mill River played well enough to have the lead and see if they can carry that intensity over. We'll see what adjustments both teams have made. I'll tell you, obviously, the goalies have switched ends of the field, and the sun, to me, looks pretty much centered in the field, but I guess if it was going to be in one goalie's eyes more than the other, it would be in Biscay of Mill River's eyes. It's going to be a throw-in as Hammond stepped up and just kicked the ball out of bounds. Let's his defense get into position now, and you see him right there, the man throwing the ball in for Bellows Falls, shielding his eyes. And boy, I took a lot of bounces before Everett got there. Everett's got the goal, and he looked for Brian Cole, and he just shied away at the last second. It has been a physical first half. It's been a pretty clean first half. It's been some bumping and grinding and some shoulders being thrown, but physical play is soccer. Soccer, people don't think of it as being a physical sport, but I'll tell you what, you come in person where you can see the contact, feel and hear the contact, because the camera doesn't bring it all to you, and you will see that this is tough. This isn't like football, too, where you're all padded up and pretty much protected from most hits. I mean, this is just, you got shin guards on and a mouth guard in your mouth, and other than that, it's flesh on flesh and bone on bone when you get hit. There's also an old Johnny Cash song, which actually I think was written by Bob Dylan, but so much for showing my age and my generation. Again, fall sports season underway. It's a very different fall sports season for me. I'm glad I had a few weeks downtime after Legion baseball finished up, because there's no sports for me to go out and tape and cover. And again, my wife passed away this past June. She fought cancer and eventually lost the battle to it, and it's never dulls the pain in my heart that I feel. But just to come out and do a game and be occupied for a couple hours is nice, and I miss that after the Legion baseball season, and before soccer got started. So this is a therapeutic thing. It's a nice thing that got started. And that was an infraction called on Mill River. And we'll have a kick coming up for Bellows Falls. The Terriers in the purple uniforms with a line drive kick right to midfield. It'll go off from Everett, and yes, it will go out of play. Everybody kind of froze there for a second. I wasn't sure if it was going to go out of bounds. It's BB who got the ball in play, number 10 on the throw-in, and BB's got the goal for Bellows Falls. That's over the top and looking to the far side. Matt Hall there defensively, and he'll just take the outside route. Gist right, goes off from his foot out of bounds. Number 14, Matt Hall's been very effective today in this ball game, more so from the defensive perspective than the offensive, but that's Webster that stepped up, number 3. Now let's go over the top away from him, bring the ball all the way back to the center of the field between the arc and the circle, and Bellows Falls will dig a big circle to come back around. Yeah, they actually took themselves out of an offensive play. Now they're going to serve it up, and wow, what a wasted possession that was, as Biscay will make the catch with barely any pressure on him, and he elects to do that little whip it out throw instead of the kick, and there's a little touch from behind and a touch going forward, and Catrati brought it up over the top. He's got to split the defense. Catrati breaks through, and he's coming in the box, and he's going to be stopped by Boucher. The only play Boucher had was what you just saw right there. It was all or nothing, and he came out and he rolled a pair of sevens right there. That was a great job. And that ball will be up, and just over the crossbar as Boucher, and I didn't see the shot because I couldn't see over that side of the window, but I believe it came from, Ethan Biscay. number 5, and boy, he just missed, giving Mill River the lead, and we'll have a goal kick coming up. So Bashaw must not have touched that shot. I thought he got a fingertip on it to go over the top of the crossbar, but he must not have, or it would became a corner kick instead of a goal kick. And Mill River again cranking up the pressure here. That's Biscay with a little touch pass on this side, and Biscay with the return ball. Biscay and Bellows Falls both collide, go down. Good no whistle right there to let them play through. And again, this isn't a sport for the lighthearted. This is a tough physical game. And we saw some hits in that first half, and that's going to be right into the breadbasket of Bechet. And he's had to be sharp here early in the second half of play. He hasn't given up a goal yet, but Mill River generating some quality scoring chances. There's scoring chances, and then there's quality scoring chances. That's Hall. You see him race to get position. Nice steal there by Bellows Falls, and they'll set it up and go with left foot over the top, and no problem as Austin Biscay will pick it up and get it under control, and he'll set the ball down for Houghton, Dick Houghton. I'm sure I've never pronounced that name correct. I say it about 18 different ways. It's Houghton, and I pronounce it Houghton. I'll go with that, because believe me, if somebody listens to the game and I got it wrong, that's the first thing I'll hear about. They never talk about how good you do running the camera and calling the game, but boy, you get a name wrong, or you call somebody's goal that it was another player that got the goal, you get that wrong, then you hear about it. And that's just going to be sent up in the air, very soft, very gentle, like a 9-iron, and it's going to be Everett with the ball, and he'll come back around and he'll drill it through all the Bellows Falls defenders, outkick any of his offensive coverage, and that will be into the bleachers on the far side, and Everett going over, and he's going to take the throw, and the big guy's going to get the ball himself, and he'll take the throw. It's Mill River and Bellows Falls, and his season and home opener for Mill River, and actually the season opener for Bellows Falls, in a 1-1 game that has featured a lot of good stuff in it. Like I told you, if you didn't know this was the first game of the season, it certainly has not been played like a first game of the season. There's been no rust, no awkwardness. It's been pretty nice flow. It's been well executed. Of course, soccer didn't start 2 weeks ago. Most of these, probably all these players, they played summer leagues, and they played camps and clinics, and they played soccer all around the calendar. So, I mean, they're not coming in here stone cold. Oh, nice little dodge move there, and then the bump takes him off the ball, and he's trying to follow it back up, and it'll be on that far side. Will he be able to turn the corner? That was Jordan Cole, I believe, number 10. He took the turn and then lost the ball out of bounds on the swivel, and then it'll be defended on the bounce on the throw, and Everett will turn and again just try to drill it up and through the Bellows Falls defenders. Hit too many purple jerseys this time, and here comes Bellows Falls on the counterattack. Oh, great step up. That's a nice challenge. That's coming right up, and look at that play. That's Hammond making some great plays right there for Mill River, and that's going to go in the corner, and I don't think it's going to have the gas to reach the inline, and it's going to be, it's going to become a corner. Well, yeah, I'm all confused. I thought the referee pointed to the corner, but in the end he said goal kick, and that's what Mill River, being a Mill River fan, I'll go with that over a corner kick. 32 minutes, 20 seconds to go in regulation. 1-1 the score. Oh yeah, and that had some lift on it, and with the bounce it'll get to midfield, and it'll be just kind of hipped kicked out, as it was Dinnan, number 19, trying to go over to 17 Everett, and now they'll connect all the way over on the far side. Maybe. But look at the speed by Cole. Worked it to the outside, and then he lifts the shot. He wants to be able to get some, just like that, so that his teammate can come down and run underneath that ball. The goalie, though, Bashaw, came out and made a nice punch move on the ball and just got it to heck out of there as quick as he could. We got a whistle, and we've got a Bellows Falls player a little slow getting up, and he's going to leave the game, but I think he's going to be all right. Just had the wind kind of jarred out of him. And that all happened on that collision with Bashaw coming out to punch the ball and get it up and out of play. So we'll wait for the substitution to take place. I'll tell you that Nate Raymond's 21, Zach Davis 20, Matt Dinnan is number 19, Nick Houghton is number 18, 17 is Will Everett, Jamie Smith 16, Matt Hall 14, Brian Cole is 12, 11 Nick Baker, Jordan Cole 10, Z Finn number 9, and I'll pick it up after that because there's the kick, and it settled down just shy of the box, got to the top of the arc, and then Mill River able to clean it up and out. That ball will deflect, go to the side, and hit the edge of the box, the circle, in the center field area. And you can see Everett, he's just been everywhere. He's showing no signs either of any fatigue at all. That's Webster with the little soft touch to the far side. Didn't have a teammate linked up with him on that side. Bellows Falls wants to turn go, and that's going to have enough field to stay in bounds. And each team defensively has played very well here. They've marked very nicely, and that's going to be out of play and over the top of the crossbar. Well, give me a chance to tell you. Number 8 is Steve Rooney. 7 is Alex Bullock. 6 is Dan Hammond. Ethan Biscay is 5. Trevor Catrati 4. Tyler Catrati number 2. And Austin Biscay, the big guy down in net. And we will have the goal kick now taken off the near side of the box, the near corner of the box. Not bad lift, not bad distance. Got it to a teammate. He'll head it out of bounds, and I believe it'll be a purple throw. And I'm probably wrong, because I usually am, and I am wrong. So it'll be picked up by Biscay number 5, and of course that's Ethan Biscay. Well, good job of fighting through for that. Catrati who's just had a marvelous game. Remember Catrati last year in the opening game, it hit the inline. We'll have a goal kick coming up for Bellows Falls. It was Catrati last year, I think, on the road in a win over Bellows Falls in the season opener. They had a 4-goal game down at Bellows Falls, and I could be wrong, and it won't be the first time in this minute or last time in this day, but I think he had a pretty good game last year in the opening game against Bellows Falls. 1-1, we got the horn sounding, subs coming in, and that all happens as we've just got under the 10 minutes played mark of the second half. 30 minutes left to go in regulation. 1-1 the score. Jerry Munger bringing you Mill River Soccer, boys and girls, all season long. MSJ Football, MSJ Soccer. Got Jimmy Shortle's rec football program with some games coming up. And of course, Sports Beat keeps going. Sports Beat, of course, is on Mondays at 4:30, Tuesdays at 5:30, and Thursday nights at 9 o'clock. And I have had the little bumping and grinding going on there. Got the Mill River Soccer Camp ran by Randy Chadburn, Coach Chadburn, on for the rest of this week and next week. Then I got a neat show coming up with an artist, Ellie Ciccarelli, and there's a project going on. Oh, this is good. Getting down. Oh, came back. I just couldn't control that last second. Everett with a step up, trying to use that big leg of his. Now he'll run back, get in position, and not sure what he was doing, waving his arms at the guy, but it could be a soccer move. Here comes Bellows Falls in transition on the counter. Hammond back defensively, got a leg on it, knocked the ball out of the box, and they'll be picked up by Mill River. They'll take the open turf, dribble down about 10 yards. The kick was soft, and nice job coming back and then sending it down to that open far corner. It'll be pooched forward, and I don't think they'll be able to get to it. Oh, it's a bobbled ball. That's a live ball. And yeah, the goalie now, he was out of the box at that point, could not use his hands, and Bellows Falls scrambling around, able to come up with possession of the ball. That's Dinnan. He'll send it down, and it'll be out of bounds, and we will have a throw by Jordan Cole over there. Sorry to say, there's a arts and crafts project going on right now to raise money for a new fountain in the Fairhaven Park. And what it is 50 artists have been given benches, and they're going to paint them in any theme, any design, any decor they want, and then they'll be on exhibit for a silent auction. It's a non-profit event. Oh, what a flip throw. And then it's punched out of there by the goalie, and it's going to, oh, they're going to let it. I thought they might settle it. Yeah, they could have settled and got a better kick, and then Hammond came up lame. Oh yeah, he's got something. Could be something as simple as a leg cramp. You would hope that more than an Achilles problem. But again, it's easy to play from up here behind a camera, but that was a deal where it would have been possession Mill River if he let the ball go out of bounds, or it would have been easier just to trap and settle. And with this hot heat and the way he's popping right back up, I would say he had a cramp, especially that they put his leg down and stretched the heel back. And because they stopped play, I think it's like other sports. There he is. Will he have to come out for? You know, he's going to come out anyways because he's hopping. I got a feeling we'll see him very shortly, though. Get him hydrated up. Coach Kevin Ratty redirecting some new assignments out there. Oh, but Ellie Ciccarelli's an artist, and she's been painting step by step her bench that she's going to have on display for the silent auction, and she's let me kind of shadow her, and we've seen the progress. It's 3 shows. The first show was her concept of what the bench was going to be and what it's going to look like, and then she actually started laying it out and painting the bench. This is number 11 out there. This is Nick Baker for Mill River. And then the second show, she just kept painting and progressing forward, and the bench really started to take shape, and you could see the design and the artwork on it. And then the third show is the finishing touches on it, and then we head to Fairhaven and look at all the other benches in the park that were, or the benches that are painted and the designs. And it's a neat concept, a 3-stage show. And also got Pat Paquette, the new varsity basketball coach at MSJ, coming up. We sat down and talked during the summer about what his philosophy is in basketball, what his hopes are for MSJ, and that'll be an interesting insight to the upcoming basketball season. And of course, at some point, got to start thinking football. And I'll have to sit down with MSJ head coach Chip Fort and talk about the football program. And he's the head football coach this year at MSJ. So a lot of stuff going on with Sports Speed. I'm always looking for a cooking or a tailgate show. I want somebody who's a barbecue man. Oh, this has got a chance it's going to be saved by Basha. I'm serious. If you're a good cook, and I don't mean somebody like me, somebody who really is a good cook, or whether you're a professional chef or a caterer or whatever, you want to do a tailgating show, because not only is it fall sports season here, but the NFL's starting up, the NCAA college football starting up. I would love to do a tailgating show. A woman chef would be cooler, but I'd take a man chef. That'll be out of play. Should be Bellows Falls ball. Hey, we're tied at 1 still with 25:49 to go in the second half of play. And I got to tell you, the way that first half ended, I'm very surprised that we're still tied. I thought each team, well, Bellows Falls has made some nice adjustments here in between halves. They've played a much more, solid second half to this point, which is 15 minutes long. And that should not be off from Z. That should become a goal kick. Yeah, and that's what we're going to have. They'll bring the ball over, we'll have a goal kick, and that's going to be Houghton, Nick Houghton, number 18. Hey, and yeah, if I'm really saying his name wrong, don't be afraid to drop me a line, or just when you're at the games, holler. I'm in the window. You can't miss me. I'm in the weight room window behind the bleachers. I'm the only guy with a old Panasonic AG456 and a beat-up tripod and a headset on, talking the game. So holler up and tell me how I say his name. I think it's Houghton. That ball settled. Oh, Catrati with a nice little reversal. And one thing they've done, not on this particular possession, great layout on that far corner. Up over the top, will he get support on the ball? They're going to settle, send it back, and they need somebody coming at it. Coming hard, he hooked it. Oh yeah, took a bad bounce just before Everett went to give it the hammer, and he'd like to have that set up back. That was a really well-designed play. Yeah, and then right now, Bellows Falls and Mill River are really pretty much a stalemate here in the second half. It's counter punch, and that's Baker with the ball, and Baker on defense now, and that ball will go out of bounds. And Baker will stay over in that vicinity, and no, he's going to come out of the game right now. I'll have to wait and see who's going to come in and take the throw for Mill River. Right now, nobody. Matt Hall will. He'll say, I'll do it, and he'll come over and he'll take the throw. And see some of the shadows extending onto the far side of the field here at Mill River Union High School. That's going to stay in play. Little space to settle, and that's what happens. You get to settle, you get to set up and send the ball across. It might be too far across, and it will roll out of play. And I think they're going to have to bring it back, yeah, for a goal kick. And I just need to see who that is. He looks like Nick still. So let's go with number 18, Houghton. I can't see his jersey number, but he's got his physical build. Hammond left with what appeared to be a leg cramp. Haven't seen him re-enter the ball game yet. He gets it out, and Brian Cole had it. He'll go over the top, far side. Here comes Mill River, counterattack, using it outside. They want to funnel it back to the inside. The defender played him for that inside move and stole it, picked his pocket, and he'll turn and clear the ball back up but not out as Hall stepped up, and then he forced the issue, and the ball will go out of bounds off the Bellows Falls defender. And all this going on with 22.5 minutes to go in regulation. I would be surprised if we go to overtime. It just doesn't have that feel to it today. Deep heave to the edge of the box. Catrati kept the ball alive, and an easy goal for Catrati. He came out, he kept the ball alive, he's worked hard all game, and he will join Everett now as Mill River will take a 2-1 lead on the goal from Catrati. I'll tell you what, this might be the first game of the year, but they've got their mid-season celebration in true form out there. So Catrati and Everett with the goals for Mill River. Catrati just now, Everett back in the first half on a penalty kick, and it's 2-1. The Minutemen with their first lead of the 2007 season. Oh, this would be big for either team to get us a league game, to get off with a start and a win and get some momentum going. And Hunton with that dribble brought it up a good 10 yards and booted it 20. And they'll step on the ball, come back, and Bellows Falls all of a sudden got a little crank in their attitude here as they're going up and through after that goal for Mill River. Sometimes a goal against you wakes you up as much as a goal for you does. And there's the stutter step to move, and Brian Cole had his pass knocked down, follows it up, tried to reach through the legs of the Bellows Falls player, couldn't do it. Now we'll go far side, stay in bounds, and trying to reverse it around on the drag move with the heel, and it goes off from Matt Hall, number 14. Again, Hall doing a very nice job out there defensively for the Minutemen. He's been tough. He's been tough on the ball. You know, and like I said, this isn't a game for the faint-hearted. This is a physical sport. And Biscay got out and slid and kicked it. Now he's trying to scramble to get back into position. As Mill River trying to withstand here the run by Bellows Falls, who's trying to answer the goal by the Minutemen. There's a beautiful through ball. Oh, just a toe long. Now it's just a matter of, will it stay in bounds? If so, who's going to get there? Will they cross it? No, it'll go behind the net and out of bounds. We'll have a goal kick for Bellows Falls. And we have just hit the 19 minutes played mark. We have played to the 21-minute mark. And I'm just trying to locate that ball. Well, you know what? They're going over. Is it a corner? Oh, it's looking more and more like a corner. Yes, and the Minutemen got a corner out of the deal. And has been the harp through the whole game. There is really no wind to worry about. That's going to come back, and see Webster get a piece of it, got it to his teammate. Catrati will turn fire and put it right into the top hands of Bashaw, who caught it right around eyeball level. He's a good-sized goalie, Bashaw is, but really have no problem ever with going top shelf on a goalie. But when you got a guy that tall, you might want to try 5-hole with him. And oh, good play. Got on the ball, stayed on the ball, and that's going to be Hammond back in the ball game, number 6. And we'd have to assume it was a leg cramp, and that was it on this hot, warm day. Well, they got some numbers right now. If they get down the field, they've got some numbers. Catrati just trying to take it right through like that, and he's got it across. Oh, a swing and a miss on the try on that side. Catrati just turned the speed on. There was nothing, top secret about that move. He got to the defender and then just full throttled it and got by him, and that's going to come down. Great scoring chance there for Mill River. They could have made it a 2-goal lead. We're in the second half. The Minutemen 2, Bellows Falls 1, and their speed on the other. And defensively, nice job of getting in front, running interference for his goalie to get the ball. And I'm looking for a number, and I can't pick it up in that sunlight, but that's Biscay. He'll get the ball back to Catrati. Great flow to this opening ball game by both sides. That's going to come down, stay down, and they'll get the ball. Bellows Falls will tow it up 10 yards. Z will come in, and boy, no whistle. Yes, I heard the referee just say white ball. So it'll be a throw for Mill River. And quickly, see how they want to get the tempo established, get the ball quickly in the play, and I'll let the defenders get set. I think Biscay, number 5, Biscay got up. He just lost his balance, and now he'll give chase. Positioning on the field by both teams, especially Mill River, they've had their gapping very well set here. They've done a good job proportioning the field. And our first offside of the game. Yeah, that's going to be an offside call. First one on either side. It comes with 18 minutes, 30 seconds to go in the second half. Mill River looking for a home opener and a season opening win against a very tough, very seasoned team. And that's going to be a kick coming up for, Z called for the push from behind. And now it's up a kick, not bad distance either, just about 25 yards out for the Terriers. Bellows Falls looking for a chance to get this thing all knotted back up. This is a good opportunity right here. Yeah, we see right there the long shadows, that sun coming right into the window here. So as we wait, The referee says good to go, and you got to get the right touch on the ball because everybody has to stay on side, and he just left the ball soft. That was really the problem with that right there. He was just soft on the setup, and that gave the defense a chance to get to the ball first and dictate the rest of the play. Bellows falls with a good recovery though, and that's going to be wide, and that's going to stay in play. That never got through. On the crossing attempt, there was a defender there. Contact, they'll let it fly, and that was both players just going hard for the ball. Oh, look at that ability right there by Catrati to run right over the leg of the defender. Catrati trying to send the ball through, stays with it, and that's going to come back. Should be a white jersey coming onto the ball. No. Oh, Z did. He took the ball away, stays up, and he went down kind of easy. Good job right there by the officials not letting the whistle get in the way right there. And Bellows Falls looking to get that ball up and out and trying to create some cushion between that goal area and the most mirror play. That's an offside. That's an easy one, yeah. So we waited a long time for offside calls. Now we've had two back-to-back here within the last 3 minutes of play. 16:57 to go in regulation. 2-1 Mill River. Boys varsity soccer action. Kevin Ratty, the head coach. Jerry Munger bringing you the ball game for PEGTV Channel 15. Just give them a call at Channel 15 and say, put on some Mill River sports. Got a bunch more Mill River boys soccer games to come up. A lot of Mill River girls soccer. Got some MSJ soccer, some MSJ football. Jimmy Shortles, Rutland Rec Pride team. Got some of his games coming up too, and that's going to be out of play. And the horn sounds. We'll have a sub coming in. Number 9 right there, Z. Finn is his last name. His first name starts with a Z, and it's about 15 letters long. And they told me just call him Z, so everybody calls him. There he is. He'll take the throw in. Got a good lob on it. Nice step-up challenge defensively. Ball stays down inside the arc, comes outside the arc. That's Cole, Jordan Cole. He'll use his body as a shield turn and then lost his balance on the leverage. And here comes Bellows Falls the other way. Bellows Falls had it, the rush stymied on the leg lift and the kick, and he'll come all the way back to midfield. Well, you can see Z right there getting lost his bounce. There's a nice little crossover move. Brings the ball to the left foot and then zip it down to the top of the arc, not into the box. And then that hesitation move and let the defender, actually it was the offensive player at that point, go flying by. And yeah, there's a little slide kick, 10 yards, and that's it. The defender, so Bellows Falls right there. It's going to come skipping in, and it will, boy, that stayed in bounds. I'm not sure how, but it still stays in bounds, and that's a good clearing kick. Good 25, 30, 35 yards now. Catrati gets it into the center circle, gets it past the midfield stripe, and Bellows Falls all of a sudden in the last couple minutes. You can feel momentum swinging towards the Terriers. And it's been a game of ebbs and flows, of punch, counter punch, of momentum, and then on your heels. And it's been good. It's been intense. It's been well played for the first game of the year. It's been extremely well played. That's going to drop into the box, into Biscay's hands. And he'll take the punt. And he's punted extremely well. He hasn't had a lot of opportunities here to actually kick the ball. And that's a good job. Both players going hard after ball. Catrati with the roll, then gets right up and gets into the play. Might have got a piece of it and deflected it. We'll see which way the call goes. No, they stay in bounds, so we don't have to wait and see. Circles and just can't penetrate. Try to drive it through the defender's legs and couldn't do it. No 5-hole right there. Now it'll be on the far side. We're getting down there in time. We're down to 14 minutes to go in the second half of play. Coach Randy Chadburn's girls squad for Mill River will get their home season underway in about a week's time. So that means in a little bit you'll be able to see their games. And yeah, we're going to have a kick coming up on a foul. And it's going to be Mill River with the kick. Looks like Houghton with the kick. So number 18 Houghton out there. He'll step into it, and that's a good carry. Got good carry on the ball. Gets a great bounce. Gets it down in the shadows of Catrati. Catrati. You get too close to him, he's so fast, he'll just turn on you and burn you. It's going to take a good special defender. It's a good save by Basha to really play Catrati, because if you body up to him, he'll get by you. You can't play him too close, but you got to have that speed to, if you play off him, that you can turn like a defensive back in football and have that make-up speed to chase him down. Oh, that takes a great Bellows Falls deflection. They couldn't capitalize on it. Now Mill River trying to get this ball settled. Will settle, turn, fire, and Houghton will bring the ball up and down this left sideline on the bleacher side of the field, and that will go out of bounds. Well, the Terriers have to wait for the subs to come in on the horn sounding. They'll also have the throw-in on this near side. You see the bleachers down in front. Pretty good crowd for the first game of the year. 12 minutes, 54 seconds to go in the second half. Everett with the goal in the first half on a penalty kick for Mill River, and Catrati with the goal here in the second half. Bellows Falls had the 1-0 lead on Justin Beebe's goal. I think that's an illegal throw. Yeah. Yes, sir, it was an illegal throw. And number 20 in the ballgame, Zach Davis out there for Mill River, took the throw in. And they're looking for some help, as Mill River's done a good job, as Bellows Falls has, of actually really stepping up a lot today and challenging. There's not been a lot of easy turf, open turf for either side to work with. And boy, there's Catrati. Great condition. He's ran all day, both halves here, and that could become, I'm waiting to see corner or throw. Because when I get to that point, that's the window jam, and I lose unless I lean. I don't like leaning out the window in my old age. That'd suck to fall out. Well, first of all, I'd break the camera. That's the thing that worries me the most. But yeah, it's going to be a corner kick for Mill River, and I believe, and I could be wrong, it's their first corner of the second half. And boy, that came way up top. Yeah, and that's going to be a foul on Mill River. They undermined the demand for Bellows Falls, went up in the air to get the header, and they got too far underneath them, and that's a good call, and that'll become a kick now for Bellows Falls. It's going to come near the top of the box. I'm not sure exactly where they're going to set it, but I'll have to wait and see. Well, actually right on the top of the box, below the arc. That'll come down, and a little set up in the air. Z back there, takes the bump, gets driven in the ground, and yeah, all kinds of plays on that. Football plays on that, and yeah, they're going to have the ball go the other way now. Well, a white kick will be a Mill River kick as they're in their home white uniforms. And that's Hammond, and again, nice job. Got a good bounce to it, carried, was looking for support on the ball, and Mill River, they were so strong the last 2/3 of the first half. And then at halftime came in, Bellows Falls made some adjustments, had a little talk. And not that Bellows Falls has dominated the second half, but they have played much better here in the second half than they did late in that first half. And again, they'll bring the subs in with 10 minutes to play in the soccer game, in the ball game. That's Jordan Cole. See how he didn't overcrowd Mustafa there, and he just kept enough space so he could make a difference in the play with his height. And that's a couple different headers, and that ball just kicked out of bounds. We had some pretty, that's the first time today I can remember some ragged or play at midfield with no purpose, as we had just a kick, a header, a kick, and a header, and it goes out of bounds, and it'll be Bellows Falls ball. They're only down one. That's all they need is one rush, one counterattack here. And he'll take the throw, and no dangerous play called there. He brought the foot right around the face of the defender, and yeah, we'll have a throw coming the other way, and Jordan Cole's going to wait for a second. Jordan, a senior on the team. Good athlete, just an all-around good athlete. See him in the fall, or in the winter, actually. Even though we're still in August here, this is called the start of the fall sports season. Obviously, that's the way they do it. But we'll see Jordan in the winter on the basketball court. And that's going to be brought down to Jordan Cole, and he wants to drive it up to the middle, and now he's looking for support on the ball, and he got there, and there's a nice little pooch out, and this is where they try and use that speed, and Catrati, where once he gets that inside position on you, and I believe, yeah, it's going to be a white throw. Yeah, and they get it in quick, they get it in short, they'll come to Biscay. He's going to go far post. He didn't really get the hook he was looking for. That might carry to the out of bounds, yeah. He was looking to have that go more toward that far post, and he just mishit it. No biggie with 8:32 to go, Mill River now. The best defense is to keep the pressure down this end, keep control of the ball, and just keep pressuring, pressuring, pressuring. And of course, that's easier said than done. Bellows Falls with that sense of urgency, knowing that they need to they need more not to give up a goal for the next minute, 5 minutes, 4 minutes. And then when you get down to that 3.5 minute mark, then you get the sense of urgency of kind of saying to heck with the defense, coming up and try and get the tying goal. And they're down just a tad under 8 minutes now. That was a Bellows Falls sub, and that's what they had a little hole up and play for. And boy, nice timing right there by Brian Cole, and he's able to push the ball forward 10 yards, keeps it going forward down to the corner, and it's going to be Bashaw able to kick it out, elects to kick it out instead of, looked like he was in the box. He didn't want to use his hands. He kept play going with the kick. He was trying to get the offense jump started as Mill River had a couple men down in deep. That's Webster, number 3, got the ball over the top on the right side, and there's the settle and the send. And Cole wants to drag the ball across the front, give it to his teammate full throttle, and he did. Now it's Everett. Everett's been a little bit quieter here, and he's down on the ground right now. And that ball will go out of play, and Everett had a monster first half. He's been a little bit quieter here in the second half, and he's having a problem. He's trying to run it off. He's a tough guy. That was a throw, a good throw actually, and then headed in. Nobody there on the ball for Mill River. Now we'll take a bounce forward for Bellows Falls, and you can see Holton right there trying to stay shoulder to shoulder. And oh, what a great little slide kick tackle thingamajiggle that was right there. And Everett seems to be running much better now than he was a few seconds ago, trying to whack it off. See Hammond in position. Hammond took the inside route, got hooked around, and there's the serve to the center, never got in. Pressure in the box, it's going to be dribbled hard, kicked back out, and never got in on Biscay, the goalie. Mill River scrambling around in the box for a few seconds. They're able to clear it up to midfield and looking to get the counter rush going, and we'll have a whistle. Now last shoulder to shoulder, that's a little NASCAR soccer right there, and they got bumping and grinding, trading paint. We'll have a kick coming up, and Jordan Cole's going to mark the ball, and he'll be about 35 yards out. Jordan will got a strong leg, plenty able to reach the box with 6 minutes even to go in the second half of play. And what see Jordan doing is looking at the sideline, waiting for the referee to tell him good to go because they had a sub come in. Okay, so Cole shielding his eyes from that brilliant sunshine down here on the middle road in North Clarendon, Vermont. Now he'll step into it. Well, it's got some good lift, some good hook. It's going to be out of play. They're wanting a corner, and did they get the corner? I don't see Bell. Yeah, I believe they did. Because right there, yeah, they're coming down right there to take the corner kick. So we'll take a look at the defensive alignment and the offense all above the box right now. Yeah, and here comes the kick. So Mill River with a great chance to make it a 2-goal lead late in the contest. Oh, they had the header coming through time. The reverse kick, and oh, what a beautiful play. Biscay will get the goal, but was it Catrati? Yes, who got the assist on it. You won't see better soccer than that. It was better than Beckham. A bicycle kick assist, and it was number 5 out there, Ethan Biscay, and that's a killer. That's a 2-goal lead now with 4:58 to go. Probably one of the prettiest soccer plays you will see all season long at any division level. Oh, Biscay joined 3 different scores for Mill River also, too. That kind of eluded me for a second, but you think about it. 3 different goal scorers. So Bellows Falls now, that sense of urgency with 4:58 to go, they've got to really kind of sell out and press the attack. They can't play a more defensive-oriented game now. They've got to kind of pin their ears back and send some people up. And you know, that's just one of those pretty plays, those bicycle kicks. And the defense all came out toward Catrati. Now, unofficially, I called it Catrati's assist. There's no PA system here for the games, but I mean, I think it was Catrati, but whoever it was, everybody was drawn to that player. Now, if you're Mill River, I mean, your best defense is to keep the pressure on offensively, but you can... Ooh, what was going on there? Oh, it was out of bounds. I didn't know what Z was doing for a minute, grabbing the ball with his hands. I thought he was playing like I was. That clock continues to tick now, and it'll become a throw by Jordan Cole. Good heave. Well, about to say, you know, if you keep the pressure on offense, that's Webster. That's good. But now you're not under the gun. I mean, you got a 2-goal lead now. In soccer, a 2-goal lead. Oh, they're going to call hands on Webster. Yeah, and that'll be a kick for Bellows Falls. And that's okay, too. I mean, because that clock keeps running. Joe Valeni over there on the clock, as usual. Does a wonderful job, Joe does. That's going to come in and be scooped up right there by Biscay. And now there are 2 Biscays out there, Ethan and Austin. One's a goalie, one's a guy who just got the goal. So it's not like I'm Fruit Loops up here. There are a couple different Biscays out there. Could oh, nice move, quick feet, got it forward, gets it settled to Cole. Cole wants to give the ball back. There's the open part of the field. Cotrati wants the corner, sends it back to the middle of the field, and it's all the way across off a Bellows Falls player's foot. He almost set the table. Everett does get control of it. That's going to be turned, fired, save, and corner. And that just keeps the ball, A, down this end of the field away from where Bellows Falls can score. B, it gives Mill River another chance to score. And that was just good, relentless pressure. Now, I told you, Coach Kevin Ratty was very excited about his team coming back this year. Holton with the kick. He'll serve the ball from the far side. He's taken most of these corner kicks. And for the most part, he's done a very good job. You can't hit perfect corner balls all the time. Oh my goodness, that's a wide open net, and that's a game over right there. That's number 4 again, Trevor Cotrati, and he has a 2-goal game plus an assist. He's got a 3-point game going, and again, he just has a knack for being in the right place at the right time. So a 1-1 halftime tie has exploded here to a 4-1 Mill River lead with 3 minutes straight up to go on the clock. Now in Bellows Falls now, it's imperative they score within the next minute and a half. Well, look at that. You know you can be excited about your team when they have a 4-goal lead and they're still the attackers. They're the ones pressing the issue. They're still being the aggressors. They're coming up. They're not sitting back flat. They're confident. They're attacking. And that's just what Mill River's doing right now. Soft little send, and never got through to another purple jersey. It's just cleared back out of there by Mill River, and now go out of play, and that'll be a purple throw. And that, again, that's not a bad idea, because now we're going to have a sub come in time. We'll keep running, but they're going to have a sub come in for Bellows Falls. 2:19 to go on the clock. And Bellows Falls has got to navigate, 50, 60 yards to get into the box. So what Mill River was content to do now was just to dump and chase. They get possession, just dump the ball out, play good defense, and make Bellows Falls have to work the full length of the field and burn the clock. Believe me, to make up 3 goals in 2 minutes is just about completely impossible in soccer. Not saying it is, I said almost impossible. That's a big kick by Biscay, and again, one thing Mill River is very sure about coming into this season was they had a solid, experienced goaltender back there, and with good size. He's a good size goaltender. Webster kicked it twice and slid and got a toe on it, got back up, got into play. And see what I mean? He's pressing the issue. He's just out hustling Bellows Falls now, and his team's got the 3-goal lead. And that's when you know you can get excited about your team. They'll take a few bounces to get there. An outside pass on sides and uplifted. Bashaw will make the save and hold on to it this time. Jordan Cole right there in his face. What a good all-around team effort, though, by Mill River. Yeah, we have just gone under a minute to go. And it's pretty safe to say the Minutemen, not only on Munger Vision, which alone should be a treat right there, but they're going to get their season opening win and a home opening win. And they got out of this thing injury-free, which is always big every game for every team. But again, I'll have the Mill River girls at a later date when their season starts at home. They're on the road the first couple games, so I'll have more Mill River boys soccer for you, some MSJ soccer, some MSJ football. Jimmy Shortles, Rutland Rec Pride team, some of their football games. And of course, I always watch Sports Beat. And actually, you should watch everything on Channel 15. It's all done locally by amateurs. Nobody's as bad as I am on it, but there's other programs to watch. I just appreciate everybody tolerating me again this year. Like I said, I started doing this November of 1995, and it's not the kind of thing you can get fired from. You get suspended and banned and stuff, but that's the game. So the opening season will, the home opener will go to Mill River, and the Minutemen under Coach Kevin Ratty get 3 different goal scorers. Catrati gets the only multiple goal game. He also had an assist. We see Dan Hammond coming back. He's very excited. And there's the gang of the Mill River players. But a good team effort. Nice defense by the Mill River squad. And hey, get out there, support your student athletes. Support public access television. And always remember, always support Munger Vision. Thanks.